Kind of sounds like Nana if only the queer was canon. Hi. Oh my god. Hello. I didn't see you that you were here. Oh my god. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, I'm Hoshi. If you don't know me, I go by they, Henny pronouns, and today we are talking about my manga collection, which is kind of big. I mean, I think it depends on your perspective, but for me, it's big, and I care about all of these mangas, and they are all my treasure, especially some completed series. So I can't wait to talk about it with you. So we are here to talk about my manga collection today, and we have to start from the start. I bought my first manga in 2012, which was the first volume of Madoka Magica, which it is very dear to me, actually. It's one of the first mangas, one of the first animes that I watched. For some reason, I like the designs. I like the anime. I like the story. I like it so much. It is a. I feel like it is a piece of history in the anime history. So yeah, I am super proud to have this one with me. It's just the first one, and I don't think I will ever continue the series, but um, it is very dear to me. So I'm happy to have it. Then the second manga that I bought in 2012 was the first volume of Kimi ni Todoke. I think it was kind of a popular shoujo, popular romance, but now that Netflix made the season 3, I think it's even more popular. So you probably know this, and you have to know that these two mangas, they are my first two mangas, were bought because I was 10 years old or 11. And you have to know that I was in that period of my life where I was just going to Comic Cons. And I mean, actually, this I bought it at the comic store. But, like, I was going to Comic Cons and just buy everything that I see that I knew. Basically, I was like with my mom and saying, "Oh my god, I knew this," and she was so kind to buy it to me. I mean, not everything, of course. So I bought this at the comic store. This the same comic store that I go now in the present. It just changed position in the city, but it's still the same store. And I go there since 2012, so it is my local comic store. And also there, I saw this. Oh my god, I know this. Let me buy it with my like Christmas monies, probably. I don't know. In 2021, I had a bunch of money thanks to a bonus that I got. So I spent half of them in mangas and half of that uh, in uni books. And thanks to that, my manga collection became very big. It gave me the possibility to like complete some series that I wanted to complete since forever. But some entire series that I wanted to have since forever. So I that is literally the turning point of my collection basically. Recently, kinda, in 2023, so not that recently. I bought also some other volumes and some variants that we will see later. And then I basically stopped because my few money I was spending them in other things, so manga weren't a priority anymore. It is kind of on pause my collection, but I hope one day I will be able to finish some series that I have incomplete at least, and maybe also get some other series because I have some series that I still want and I don't have. Aside from these two that I already showed you, I have a bunch of other volume ones that I don't have the rest of the series because maybe I was like saying, oh, let me buy the first volume, then I will continue and then never continuing. And I have a bunch of them. These are my all volume ones. First of all, we have Whisper Me a Love Song, which is, I think, my only girls' love in my collection, which is crazy. Honestly, which is crazy, honestly. I still have to catch up with the anime of this. I know that there is an adaptation that was released in these last years. I still have to watch it. I genuinely wanted to read first the manga, and that's why I have the first volume that I read, of course. But I never bought the others because I was broke. But still, this is definitely uh, something that I want to catch up with because it's basically Yuri version of Given, kind of. I mean, not exactly because Given is different, but like the vibes and queer music romance kind of sounds like Nana if only the queer was canon. Then we have my genderless boyfriend, which was something that I just saw in the comic store, and I said, "Oh, this is interesting. Let me buy it," and I bought it. I never bought another volume. It's just I didn't have the occasion. Probably I wasn't like that invested in it. I don't know. Then we have Blue Period, which I bought after watching the anime and like saying I want to know how it continues. So I said, let me buy the first volume first, and I never continued. oh, oh my god! Sorry, I lost you. Then we have this volume that it actually was super random. I was in a secondhand shop store and I was in a secondhand store and I saw that there was this manga and I said, you know what? It's a romance. You know, I want to collect things. And it was just less than 2 euros, so I said, let me buy it. Make You Say I Love You. I think I read this volume just out of curiosity. It is just basically I bought it because I said it's a romance, it costs just less than 2 euros. Let me get this. It is kind of a precious piece of my collection. I feel like I love to have unpopular volumes or series in my collection. To me, they value more because I discovered them themselves. Then we have exactly one that I bought exactly as Blue Period. I saw the anime and I said, I want to get the manga, which is Ormiya. Also because I discovered from internet that the anime cut a lot from the manga, kinda. And if I'm not wrong, like they made another season with like moments that they cut from the manga. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it's like that. Then we have two volumes that I really really like that they are shiny kinda. The first one is Oshinoko, which is not a variant, which you can see that it's holographic. And of course, I have to say that I haven't watched the anime first. I don't know even if the anime was out when I bought this. I just saw this in the comic store. I saw this. I saw that it was shiny. Uh, and I said, "Oh my god, that's so cool! I want it." And I was intrigued, and I bought it. And I am so happy because this made me watch the anime, and I love it. I love like the design of the cover. Is just yeah. I basically bought it only for the cover. Then we have a variant, which also this I bought only for the cover mainly. Um, but then I read the plot and I was intrigued a lot, and I actually watched also the anime, which is Insomnia After School, which of course I had to buy it because it's about insomniacs and it's a romance and it's it's like simple romance in high school, you know what I mean? And I actually love all of the covers of the manga. This is actually a series that I would love to genuinely catch up only for the covers because I love the covers of this series so much. This is a variant, but I love it because there are the constellations and they are so cute, they are shiny as you can probably see. So I had to bought it and I'm so happy. This is probably one of my favorite volumes that I own. So these were the first volumes that I own. Then we have the first series of this video, which is a series that I don't have complete, and it is very funny. I actually already mentioned it in this video, which is Given, and I have volume 3, 4, 5, and 6, which is very funny because you will say, why don't you have volume 1 and 2? Yeah, thank you. That's a big miss in this collection, which is something that I will fix as soon as I can. The problem was that at that time, volume 1 and 2 were out of stock in Italy and I couldn't find them. So I said, okay, let me get the other volumes and then I will get first and 2 later when they will be available. The problem is that then I was broke, so I didn't buy them anymore. For sure, I miss also the volumes after Seeds, but at the time that I bought these, the Seeds was just released in Italy, and so it was basically complete. I only missed the first few volumes, but definitely it's something that I want to catch up with because I love Even. I watched the anime multiple times. I love music. I love music anime. I love music series, and I love gays. So, and also I love the style. Honestly, I love covers of Given. They are beautiful. Okay, so I just want to like share with you this masterpiece. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Next, we have another series which actually you probably won't be surprised that I have it if you watched my first video. It is still like not the piece of my collection that I am the most proud, which is the first 12 volumes of Boruto Next Generation. It's not my most proud piece of this collection just because I stopped caring about Boruto. I didn't really much care ever, but when I bought this, I was still very obsessed with Naruto after watching the first time Naruto. I would have loved to like collect Naruto, but Naruto is very long. So my brain said, let me start collecting Boruto first. And I think I was catched up with the volumes when I bought this. Like I think only the first 12 volumes were out in Italy. Not sure. I don't remember well. But still, on my brain said, let's do Boruto instead. You know, it will be easier because like there are only 12 volumes right now, and it will be easier to stay catch up with that. Yeah, sure. I generally right now I have mixed feelings about Boruto because I would love to catch up with the manga because I am interested in Boruto Part 2, which is Boruto 2 Blue Orchids. Is it 2 Blue Orchids? I don't know. I don't remember. Sorry. My bad. Don't cancel me, please. I don't remember. I'm not that update. There was this like moment, I think last year, where I just saw something about it and I was like, what the fuck happened? I want to know. I have mixed feeling because there is a side of myself that would love to catch up with it, and another one that doesn't really care that much. With these first 12 volumes, I also have this special volume of Naruto. I don't know, I just saw it, I think, and I said, let me buy it. I don't know why, but I bought it. Next, we have a series that I started because I was obsessed with it. Then it was in my priorities. So basically, half of these volumes were gifted to me from one of my friends that was obsessed with me. But I have like random volumes of this series. This series is Jujutsu Kaisen. You have to know that in 2021, I was obsessed with it. I was catch up with the manga. I was reading the new chapters every week. And then at some point, I got caught up with life and I just stopped. And I never finished it. Sad story, I never finished Jujutsu Kaisen. So I have no idea what the ending is. And I know maybe one day I will decide to actually read it and finish it. Who knows? Or maybe one day I will catch up with the anime. First of all, I have Volume Zero, which is my baby Utah, which was my favorite characters. Utah is just my baby. And then we have Volume One, of course, and then we have seven, eight, and nine, and 19 and 20. We also have another volume which is actually a special one. It's the only phone book that I own, and it is the official phone book of Jujutsu Kaisen. There are some information that change, uh, and it's just like a guide with like information about the characters, about the stories and things. And I saw it in the bookshop, and I was like, "Oh, let me get it!" So now I have this. Next is a series that it's super important for me, and I am a bit sad that I only have few volumes of it, and also here they are a bit random. This series is IQ, which is an obsession, I guess. I mean, it's not that big of an obsession right now, but I think I watched IQ like 6 or 7 times. I went to the movie theater to watch the first movie, and I went alone. I already knew what will happen because I already read the manga, and I cried the entire time because it was so nice to finally saw it animated after years of waiting, you know. So yeah, and I have missed the volumes. I have the first two, the fifth, the seventh, the eighth, the 10th, the 16th, and the 19th. At some point, I just started getting the covers that I liked. So, for example, like this one of Tsuki, and also like the Tsukiyama basically covers, which are super nice to get. I have Volume 3 of IQ Club, which was gifted to me from a friend. And I also have this one, which is very dear to me because it's volume one, but in Spanish, and I bought it in Spain. And I'm so happy about it. This is kind of a thing that I want to do whenever I go in another country. I want to buy a manga in the language of the country as a souvenir. It's crazy, yes, because I am crazy, but that's something that I really like to have. It's like a piece of myself. And I also did this with Pokemon cards. I bought a pack of Pokemon cards in Spanish because I wanted to bring a souvenir also on the collection. I don't know if that makes sense, but in my brain it does. Next, we have Series 8 is incomplete, but that for sure I want to complete one day, and I am more than halfway. Is Noragami. Now, I have the first 15 volumes here, and I'm very proud of them. I love also a lot the covers of this series, honestly, and I love Noragami. It is one of my favorite anime and manga. So yeah, that's definitely a thing that I want to finish. Next, we have an important part of this collection, which is not just a series. It's a collection of a specific mangaka that I found thanks to, I think, her most popular work, which is How Her Right, which is my favorite manga and my favorite anime ever in my life. It is nothing special, like nothing particular. Okay, it's just a simple romance in high school. Okay, very simple. It has a very special place in my heart because I remember that every time that I watched that, it gave me butterflies. I watched also a live action adaptation of it. I read the manga. I watched the anime multiple times. In 2023, in Italy, they made this bundle of four variants, the four first volumes of the first series of this mangaka, which is Yosaki Saka. And I said, I can't leave them there. I have to buy them. So I have these four variants, which are Our Right, which I also had the classic first volume to compare with. Okay, this is the first volume, and this is the variant. We have Strawberry Edge, which is the first work of Yosaki Saka, and I have also the second volume I bought after getting the first. Sakura Saku, which is the last one that I know. Omoyo Maware Furifurare, which is a very long name. I don't know in English how is it called, but still. And this is the variant, but I also have the first volume, the original one. This is the first series that I start with after Our Ride. I actually never finished it. I am guilty. But I was hoping to like catch up with the physical copies, and I wasn't able to. But I have the first three volumes now, and two volumes one because I have also the variant. And the other series I have volume two of Sakura Saku, which I mean, all the series I still have to catch up. I am very, very guilty about it. And I also have the second volume of Strawberry Edge because after this bundle, they reprinted the volume. Alright, I have the entire series, of course, that I was able to catch up with in 2021. I am so sad that we will never see. I mean, I can say never say never, but we don't have the uh, anime adaptation of the second half of the manga. It is very sad. And if you like romances and you don't know this, I totally, totally suggest it. And this is my Yasaki-san collection. And I am very, very proud of it because I have a bit of each series, and one day I would love to like finish all of the other series. To be honest, last but not least, it's the biggest series that I own, and it is also complete. I won't show you all the volumes because they are 31. They are already in the shelf, but I will show you the first volume. I have it here. This uh, manga, it is very interesting, the story about it, because I actually watched the anime when I was in middle school, so more than 10 years ago. And the anime adaptation is kind of bad, meaning that it was very short compared to the manga story, and it was also more childish than the manga. Not that the manga is for adults, okay, adults, but still, it was very, very simple. From an adaptation point of view, it's not a good adaptation. But when I was in middle school, for me it was amazing, an amazing anime. I was reading fanfics in middle school. Yes, yes, yes. I was reading fanfics, and in the fanfics, I basically got spoiled a lot about the manga, which was not a problem for me at the time. Like I was like, yes, okay, because like in the tags there was like manga spoilers, okay, and I was like, oh yeah, who cares? I will never have the manga, like. And then finally in 2021, I was able to buy the entire series of Alice Academy. Um, and I finally was able to finally read the entire manga and finally give some context at the spoilers that I got when I was 12 years old. But I am very, very close to this collection, like also because it was kind of struggle to find all the volumes. Because since it's not that popular, a lot of volumes were out of stocks. And luckily they were reprinting them, which is crazy considering the fact that it's not that popular. When I completed the series, it was so beautiful. It's so good to like see it in my bookshelf. Usually manga are white mainly. Okay, like yes, there are like other colors. Usually, the average manga is white. So it is beautiful to see this being orange on the bookshelf. And I am very, very close to this series because it's my childhood, basically. And yeah, I love my manga so, so much. I hope one day there will be more. I love to see them in my bookshelves, honestly. So I am very close to them. And I'm happy that now I am in the same room with them, because now I can see them every day. And actually, like all this talking about mangas and having them this close, I want to like reread Alice Academy, which is a very long manga, but still. Uh, anyway, well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for watching this. And see you next week with another video. Can't wait. And thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please click the like button. And if you want other videos, if you are curious about more of my childhood series, anime, and mangas, follow because there will be some videos coming. If you're just curious about the media that I'm watching right now in the present, in my adulthood, also click the follow button. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And see you next video.